and creeping on the outside, but Josh Sturkins managed to get it away, and a great start for him. 6 laps, remember, on this, no joker. Around they go. It was a brilliant start there from Alan Crockett. Got the leap, didn't he, on all of them, including Charles French, who's trying to make up that ground, and Josh Sturkins also in the background as well, keeping them very, very close. And it's the BMW of Vince Bristow. Around he goes, and they all head up the hill. There's Andy Grant, managed to get through. He's had a torrid day, hasn't he, Andy Grant? So it'd be nice to see him complete, but slowing on the hill. I'm not sure what the cause is of that one, but we'll try to get to the bottom of that one a bit later on as well, as we watch Vince Bristow. There you see a slowing Grant. And I think he might be, yeah, he's moving across. I think he might be out of this one entirely. Up ahead, though, we see 1, 2, 3. It is Alan Crockett, Charles French, Sturkins. There's Cousins there going through, and there is Grant, has picked up the pace. So whatever was the problem, maybe it was just a slow exit on Devil's Elbow, not quite so sure. Back up to the jump they go, and over they go. Race leader Alan Crockett, but right on his tail it is Charlie French, the reigning champion. 3rd place at the moment, as well as Josh Sturkins. Came 2nd in semi-final 2, Josh Sturkins. Definitely got some pace about him, but he's got to make all this up without any kind of joker, because, as I say, these retros do not joker. They just go round and round the normal lap length, the 1 mile lap length here at Lydden Hill. There is 42, Charles French, the reigning champion, trying everything he can to put Alan Crockett under a lot of pressure, but it's not working at this stage. Crockett seems to have the measure of him, forcing him where he wants him at every opportunity, which is brilliant defensive driving. You've got to be aggressive, you've got to be attacky, but you've also got to be mindful of those cars behind you as flames lick out the back of Charlie French's exhaust. And up the hill they go as we look back at the battle for 3rd. And that's Vince Bristow in 4th, trying to hunt down Sturkins. He's got a bit of a problem, hasn't he? He's got Emery on his shoulder now, and Emery's joining the party. They all start to close this up. They're all closing up a lot, aren't they, at the moment? On 3rd place, our race leader, 1, 2. As you look just here, it's still Crockett ahead of French. French goes to the outside of Talladega. No contact, thought there might have been, but the gap is very much closing. This battle for 3rd is intensifying as outruns very, very wide French, and that allows Crockett to gain a bit more of an advantage as they go into the jump. A really wide line on Talladega, or through Talladega, for Charlie French. Maybe trying a bit too hard, but the battle for 3rd is becoming incredibly intense. Sturkins has the lead. He's in 3rd place at the moment, the lead of the 3. This battle for 3rd, as we keep our eyes on 1st and 2nd. This is 1 and 2. Let's see, over the shoulder, there is 3rd place. Look how close that is, though. 4th and 5th in your picture. Bristow ahead of Emery, and down the hill they go, and if they can work together they could start to reel in Sturkins. They were closing the gap, and they closed it even more on the exit of Paddock Bend, and as they go up towards Talladega, well, it's Bristow who looks like he might now be vying for this 3rd position on his own, but Emery is still there. Look, 3 of them going for it. It's 3 for the fight for 3rd, and looking out of the window I can see the battle's intensifying as up ahead Charlie French is still chasing down the race leader Alan Crockett, but not getting much joy, as these two still battling behind. Can't seem to get anywhere close to Josh Sturkins. Every time they get close to him they fight each other again, and Sturkins starts to move away, and that is exactly what Sturkins wants. He wants them two to battle. If those two can battle, then he can do what he needs to do, just focus on the track ahead. As behind, over the shoulder, there's another car joining them. That is car number 91, Alan Tapscott. It's going crazy. And there is a spin at the bottom of Hairy Hill, and that was our 3rd place, Josh Sturkins. And the checkered flag has gone down, and while I was looking that way, Alan Crockett took the victory. Charlie French 2nd. Sturkins, well, he was supposed to come home 3rd. He didn't quite get the memo, Sturkins, which means I think it was Emery. Just having a look now, because our timing screens have given up the ghost. Crockett, French, Sturkins, Emery. Well, it wasn't Sturkins, as we know. Crockett, French, Emery, or was it Tapshot that's out? Who can tell? Who can tell? No tap shots there. I can see him waving. It was Josh Sturkins. So position 3, but he's off. Well, we have to work out what's going on there because our timing screens say one thing, but our brains say something different. Alan Crockett did take the victory though. Charles French came home second. And while I was looking the other way, the checker flag went down.